I wanted to answer any questions that you might have, either from an operational expense perspective or any of your maybe treasury management with your funds, whatever, the money stuff.
Said Alicia had her hand up.
How is everyone today? I have an update and then I have a question. So the challenge that we were having to get the next 3 units with the property manager, we were able to circumvent, I don't want to say him, but circumvent him. And we were approved for 3 units and we moved in on the 22nd. So that came out well. And then I do have a question about what we were talking about yesterday. When we hire a laundry service, we have extended stays. And we have a secured building. So I'm trying to figure out how we can get the laundry to the service or how they can get into the building without us being in there.
How does your guest get in the building the first time that they arrive?
They come into the front desk.
And do what?
And, say, hey, we're with this, Almarin Suites, and they hand them the fobs and everything that we put in an envelope.
That's it?
Yes. And then they leave the keys in the unit. But we have a key lock. They wouldn't allow us to put a Vivint lock on the door of the storage unit.
What about the lockbox? They won't let you use a lockbox anywhere?
No. Nope.
Okay. Got it. So you have the common area storage. How does your staff get to the storage?
Actually, we haven't had that happen yet. Our first checkout or turnover is on the 15th. So
what is the plan to get staff to the storage? What do you think it's going to look like?
What we're going to do is we're going to meet the cleaners there, and we're going to go through the unit and give them our checklist. And if it works out well, we're going to give her a copy of the key, because she'll be our, primary cleaner for the storage unit.
So it's a physical key situation.
Correct.
Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm kind of chuckling right now. Here's the challenge with physical keys here's what eventually happens. I mean, and it won't be a problem yet. It will become a problem because what's going to happen is you're going to have multiple cleaners, and the cleaner with the key is going to be the one that, whatever, or every cleaner has the key, and then somebody's going to lose their key and something of that nature. So I'm trying to think of a way around that. And normally a lockbox is beyond okay is a way, and it's what I've relied upon. So you sure you can't negotiate a lockbox?
You know what? I'll go in and try.
Because it's going to get challenging. And because you can keep it secure, you can still keep it secure. First, I mean, if you can, or at least, if you can't get a lockbox and you can't do the Vivint lock, can you change it to a lock with a code on it, 4-digit code? That would also, because we gotta be able to do something like that. It has to be like the push button code situation. If you can't do Vivint, it's gotta be push button. If you can't do that, Igloo lockbox. Can't do that, the realtor style lockbox, worst case scenario. And if you can't do that, next location, because it's really hard to operate efficiently otherwise.
Okay. I'll go down the list and try each one. So it'll work out. Okay.
And as a super last resort, because I've done this once, we literally rented another unit and turned the bottom floor of that unit into our storage.
Wow. Okay.
So
okay.
That's like last resort. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I understand. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Who's next?
Neil just popped up.
Okay, got it.
I believe he's got a new lease.
I'm sorry, what?
I believe Neil has a new lease.
Neil
put his hand up. Yep.
Has a lease? Neil?
It's in my hands. It's in my possession.
Okay. Is it signed?
And it is not, and that is what I want to go over with the group here.
Got it. Okay. I'll stop. I'll calm down. I was a little excited.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I had a pretty good day of excitement, then realized ink is not dried yet. So let's temper enthusiasm and get the deal done.
Agreed. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I am in a 30-day market. And they sent me their lease. They're super easygoing folks. I'm talking directly to the owner, and they just put a ton of money into the building. I'm working in a duplex. Yeah, no, it's a perfect situation for the networking and expansion and all that good stuff. I'm very excited about it from a whom I'm working with type of point of view. Anyway, they have no clue how to really organize this with me. This is so far out of their realm of what they've done in the past. They don't know what should be in the lease. They don't know much. They're looking for a lot of guidance from me, and this is my first one. So it's also ignorance on fire from me. Very enthusiastic, but I don't know what I don't know yet. So I was looking for some guidance to make sure that what needs to be in the lease is in there and that we're all both covered and that we can move forward without as many hitches.
The biggest and most important thing is there's video 2.2 inside the materials. There's a paragraph. So here's what I mean by that. For the most part, what matters is you can use their lease so long as you add that paragraph, if that makes sense. That paragraph is what I've historically or will traditionally add to a lease in this type of situation, so that we can get to okay, cool, we're good now stage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, with that being said, the other caveats to look for in the lease is any sections that say anything about no advertising. So if they have the standard boilerplate thing, they're going to have a no advertising, and they're going to have a no subletting is what they're going to call it thing. Those two, just to make it easy, or if you can, to have those just either stricken or removed. That's the easiest. But outside of that, how long are you getting the lease for?
I would like multi-year because once again, I want to network with them, and they have many properties.
Is that what you told them?
I have expressed interest in doing multi-year.
Okay, got it. So yeah, then that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would propose is here's how we make that work type of situation, whereby you end up with at least 3 years if you can.
Okay.
That's what I would be inclined to head towards. But to keep it really simple, I wouldn't be upset if all you did was copy that paragraph from video 2.2 and add it to the existing lease, because you would that would cover the majority of the things that you need.
Okay, I did not realize it was quite that simple. I literally have your sample lease broken down, their lease broken down. I have things highlighted. I'm like, all right, in this section, I think we should augment it this way. What are your thoughts? And okay, so
yeah, I try to make it simple so that people can do it, as opposed, could we go down and nitpick and change commas to periods and all that type of stuff? Yes, we could. But is it absolutely required for functionality? I don't know. Not really, because that's why the addendum or that little paragraph is necessary, because it's going to supersede anything that would have otherwise conflicted.
Okay, that makes sense. I do have another question on the qualifying for the unit itself, because this is the first one. My business doesn't have any track history. They're wanting to use my personal financial as the qualifier. Is that pretty standard, or is there another way to do that?
That's fine. Just also negotiate that it stops at renewal or stops after 6 months or 3 months or something of that nature. Does that make sense?
No. Could you rephrase?
What I mean is, to get in totally makes sense. But after a while, they should be comfortable with you. Once they're comfortable with you, there should be no further need for you to still be guaranteeing it, because they will see that it works. Great. This is awesome. That's all. I just want you to eventually have some sort of time limit. So it's not the entire length of the contract. It's just for 6 months, because they want to feel comfortable. Great, no problem. I'll do that for 6 months, and then that can drop off because you should be comfortable. That makes sense?
That makes total sense.
Good job.
All right. Well, I'll pull out my pen and see if we can't get this done.
I'm excited. Looking forward to it. I'll be quiet for now, though. I'm fired up for you, Neil. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm fired up.
All right. Yes.